Alright, Forster Will fans, went to a tournament today. Well, not a tournament, went to my local game store today just to play some Force of Will, and I had two opponents. So there was three of us there, and here's a deck that I played. I actually played two versions of this deck. One was pauper, and then the next one was a full-on my attempt at a competitive, but let's see our ruler. It was the starter deck ruler from Lapis Cluster, and it's a Wanderer dude. Ally of the Black Moon, and then he flips, and he's the Eternal Vampire Mikage. So, what you do with him is you put blood counters on him, and then you Judgment, and those blood counters can give you 200 life per blood counter. You can pump one of your guys that's a vampire, or you can choose another resonator to go minus per each counter. So that was, oops, sorry, made y'all screw up. That was who I was playing. That was the second and third game I played. But of course, the stone deck is all darkness stones. Pretty original. And this was the final iteration that I did. So sorry this is out of order, but I had the Mikage Sisters. I had 4 of those. That is an amazing card. It's an uncommon from Echoes of the New World. If you do not have a playset of this, I highly recommend it. I had, I believe, 2 Abduls. Next I had Ambition of Lapis, which is an amazing card. I think it is, to me it's balanced. It's a little bit broken. I would have made it an uncommon, not a common. Based on what it does, you get rid of a resonator, and your opponent takes 400 life for controlling it. Let's see. Next, I had the Neo Barrier of Shadows. 2 of those in the deck. I was running 2 copies of Severing Winds. However, I've only got to play the Severing Winds once with this deck and my opponents. The times I had Severing Winds in my hand, and when my opponents had the stones, there was other outlets for them, like to pump. I actually played a mirror match, Mikage, and that was pretty fun. But there's other outlets for that. Next, I ran the Abdul the Vizier because of the resonance ability to discard. More cards. I had Schrödinger's box. It's a great addition to bestow on your opponents and make them trigger them to lose their guys, which is great. I ran 2 copies of Dark Alice. Dark Alice actually won me a game. It was really cool. She had 14 1/1 tokens on her when my opponent decided to get her off the board, and then I had 14 100 spirit token resonators, which was pretty sweet. I ran 3 copies of the Heteroclite Excalibur originally, and I'm not digging it that much as I like Ambition of Lapis. Where is that? Because the Heteroclite is it's a 1-drop, but it's not quick cast. If it was quick cast at super rarity and you take into 500 life penalty, yes, I would say it was a great card, easily in the top 3 or 2 for the set. However, it's not quick cast, and you need that quick cast. Otherwise, it's a sorcery from Magic. So, I for my bang for my buck, I like Ambition of Lapis because you're getting rid of a resonator, and the other controller's losing life. Also, because I'm running Dark Alice, it sends that resonator to the graveyard, which when I drop Dark Alice, it buffs Dark Alice. Dark Alice goes away. I get a token. So for me in this deck, Ambition of Lapis does it. Let's see. I ran an Encounter with Cthulhu. That was great for clearing resonators when I was down to 0 and my opponent had 1 or 2. and they were, you know, your 900s, I made them pick one, and the other one goes away. So that was a good card to run. Ran 1 inch, another great card to foil your opponent, if you will, because 0-400, it is a target. It brings the hate, and that was good. Ran 2 copies of the Nameless Mist. It's always great to see what's coming at you and look at your opponent's hand, and that is something that you need. And then also gets rid of those pesky non-resonator spells in their hand, like an addition or a chant, or worst case a Severing Winds. You can get rid of it that way. Next, I ran the Oni, the Castle de Oni. It buffs my resonators 200. Also, if I needed to get something out of my graveyard because it was gone, I could sack it and grab it. I ran 3 copies of that, and it worked out well. My very last turn, my last game, I had my Dark Alice had 14 counters on her, and my opponent decided to get rid of Dark Alice. I dropped the Oni's castle and swung out, and my opponent lost. Final card I ran was the Final Battle, and I used that one time to whittle some things down. Wasn't the best or the greatest. I'm going to keep it in the deck, see how it goes. But that was the deck so far in a nutshell. Yeah, it's missing some cards, I know. I'll let you play with what you think is the best. The 2 additions I've made and swapped out since running and playing this deck, because it's a vampire tribal, I would like, you know, power, absorption, great card, dealing 600 damage to target J/Resonator. That's great. An additional 100 for each vampire I control, and then put a 100 counter on my vampires. So because I got more of a vampire themed deck here going, I am gonna run the 3rd daughter of the Mikage in this deck. Got a couple of those. So that's how this deck is shaping up. I'm pleased with it. I enjoyed the mechanics. Anyway, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and big fan of these guys right here, Jay Ruler and Sacred Beats. So if you haven't checked out their channel, please do. They put out some great content. They do a weekly hour-long discussion of the game, and I got some business cards from them. I put them up at my local game store. So I'm really digging the game, really enjoying it. So this was the 2nd Darkness deck I ran, and let me pull out the first Darkness deck and get another video of that up for you guys. Anyway, and gals, talk to you later. Thanks, bye.